go through shit alone, ain't gotta feel for my sorrow. My heart broke into pieces, I need one I can borrow. And I know I'm hurt right now, but I'll be good by tomorrow.
Oh, let me get comfortable. But we back at another episode of Reek's Poor Judgment. Appreciate y'all tuning in, you know. I definitely got a lineup of topics for y'all that I'm eager to talk about this. I can't wait. I cannot wait to talk about these topics because, man, this shit pops up in my everyday life so much, you know, and I'm ready to speak on it. Yeah. First things first, we gotta pour us a drink. Before we get to that, I'm not gonna show the bottle, but if you know what this bottle is, and y'all know I be on that due diligence hard. But man, I haven't drank Douce this year. I don't know. I got on that Don and that tequila, and I just ain't looked back. Like, I don't know. I like that Don better though. But go ahead, pour y'all a drink. Get comfortable. And come on, man, let's vibe. Let's talk. Let's catch up, you know? Let's start with a shot. Matter of fact. Cheers. All right, baby. My two topics that I'm gonna talk about is social media, really running to social media with your problems, and like family issues and like family vulnerabilities. Me personally, the way I feel like I ain't got no respect for nobody who gonna run to social media with their problems. I don't got no respect for somebody who gonna do that, because just the way you run the social media to talk about somebody, to throw a slang at somebody, to let somebody know that you on their mind, like, just be direct. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's so much easier to just directly reach out to that person. Like, that's very weird for somebody to, all right, that ain't gonna work. I had a bright idea, but the idea just wasn't so bright. It's gonna take too long and I don't feel like doing it. So, excuse me, we're just gonna do this episode without my lamp. But just know my lamp the same color as this cup. So, yeah, you know, I just feel like, I don't feel like there's a reason. I don't feel like there's no justifiable reason, dog, for you to run to social media about some shit you got going on with somebody, or some shit somebody got going on with you, some shit you involved in. Really and truly, it's your social media, so use it for, God, whatever the fuck you want to use it for. Use it for whatever you want to use it for. But me personally, I don't see the point in running to social media with some shit. Like, if I'm dealing with somebody and they run to social media and either talk about, explain, or throw hints, slangs, or some shit like that, granted, if it's some good shit, you know, like females throw slangs, they say subliminal stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I guess that would be cool, but like throwing slangs about, like, let's say me and you fall out and you get on social media and start throwing little subliminal slangs, and yeah, the vast majority of people might not know what's going on, but I'm gonna know what's going on and you gonna know what's going on. So why are you fucking being weird? You know what I'm saying? You got something to tell me, get up with me. Hit my line. Hit my Instagram. You know what I'm saying? There should be no reason for you to get on social media and like even speak on some shit that you got going on. You know? To me, when I see somebody going to social media with some shit like that, or like some shit that could be interpreted that way, I'll be like, yeah, you know, they really hurt, or like, you know, they really fucked up about the situation. I don't see it as, oh, you know, they trying to get, nah, like, I don't feel like going to social media is trying to get a resolution. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Just the way that I see it, I can't even fake it. Like, why would you go to social media when you can just talk to me personally? I don't know, bro. I don't know. People do that People do that bad, bro. If I'm dealing with somebody and they run to social media about an argument we had or something that we went through or like whatever, you're done. You're done. That shit's so fucking lame, bro. Like, that shit is lame. Like, there's just a whole bunch of different avenues. Like, I don't understand the point in it. Maybe I'm biased, you know what I'm saying? But I'm big on like communication. Like, talk to me. Let me know what's up. Like, if I did something that rubbed you the wrong way, let me know I rubbed you wrong. I'm not saying that I'm gonna change it or, you know, no shit like that. I'm honest. I'm honest. Just because you tell me, you know, some shit changed, y'all can't really expect people to just fully 100% just dive in it and change it. You never know what is the reason behind some shit that people do. Like, the person that you meet is not like who that person wants to be. Majority of the time, it's not who that person wants to be. The person that you meet when you meet somebody is the person who is here through the experiences that they've been through. Like, there's some shit that I done been through that have an effect on my daily character. Like, man, if I'm being honest with y'all, growing up, I was non-confrontational. Like, no bullshit. There was a little while, like a really small time period where I was like kind of bullied. It wasn't really bullied. I call it character building because I overcame that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got through that. I got my shake back for sure. So I say that to say, like, now I'm not gonna let nobody play with me. I don't give a fuck. Bro, I'm 5'6" or like 5'7", 160 pounds. I am not a big dude at all. But you is not gonna play with me. That's deader than dog shit. Like, it's not gonna happen. Because I'm gonna go home and be like, damn, I might could have did this or I could have did that to change the situation. Or, damn, I should have. Fuck that. I'm gonna stand up for myself in that moment. Period, point blank. That's dead. But I say all that to say, you know, when you meet somebody, you meet that person through experiences or through their experiences. Like, now, I'm confrontational. In that moment, we're going to address it right now. Boom. But people's experiences are different than yours. You know what I'm saying? Like, people's experiences is not what you've been through. It's not your experiences. That's they shit. That's what they went through. That's why they fucked up. I'm not saying y'all fucked up, but a lot of y'all fucked up. So I say that to say, going to social media and posting some of your business or posting slangs, anything like that, for me, first of all, that's a red flag. But I just don't understand why somebody should do that. It don't make sense to me. Alright, so I told you I stopped vaping, and I did. But I picked up these bullshit ass blacks. And I just cannot smoke a cigarette in a black. Yeah, I picked up these bullshit ass blacks. But don't do that. Don't do drugs, kids. And the biggest drug of them all is nicotine. Do not fuck with nicotine. But anywho, let's transition. Family vulnerabilities. You know, in our generation, or my generation, it's a lot of pointing the finger and a lot of telling somebody where they're wrong. But I don't know if this is just the black community, but it's like, you know, it's taboo for people to acknowledge where they're wrong at. Or where they're weak at, for sure. You know, people think, especially now in 2024, people think loving wholeheartedly is simp activity. That's what that shit translates to now. Or like being upset about something or really feeling your emotions, people feel like that's soft. Like, nah, I ain't going for that. And I don't feel it. I don't. I feel like, I'm not saying you should go out there and be vulnerable and talk to everybody or, but I definitely feel like people should feel their emotions because your emotions don't make you weak. Loving somebody wholeheartedly don't make you weak. Man, getting cheated on and then going out and loving like you ain't never been cheated on or loving like you want to be loved, that's not a bad thing. If you ask me, in this world, that shit brave as a bitch. It's never been about how you get knocked down. It's always been about how you get up. People seem to focus on, the knockdown part. It's not the knockdown part. It's getting back up. It's the, okay, yeah, I got fucked up, but how I'm gonna get through this, or how I'm gonna shake back, how I'm gonna move forward. And I feel like you should have at least one or two people in your corner that you can completely be vulnerable with, because they might be able to give. I don't care if it's your therapist, your partner, your brother, your sister, your mama, daddy, whatever, auntie, uncle, whatever. Like, you gotta be vulnerable with people. Like, I see a lot of this in today. Like, it's like a lot of people are family and they don't be knowing shit about what their family got going on. And when I say family, I'm talking immediate family. You know what I'm saying? Like, immediate family. I got a brother. My brother lives in Maryland. My brother lives in Maryland with my godchild and my nephew. It'd be so easy with, the little time difference and his schedule, my schedule. It'd be so easy for us to fall out or not talk as much, or for me not to know what he got going on or how his kids are, and for him not to know what I got going on and how my kids are, or what I'm going through for that matter, or what he's going through. But that's my dog for real. Like, I don't even have to question being vulnerable with my brother. My brother has my best interest, and I'm not saying, your siblings are always going to have your best interest. It's a case-to-case thing. But there's tremendous benefit to me in my situation for being vulnerable with my brother. My brother's 4 years older than me. That's not light years, but he's able to guide me, or even not even guide me. He's able to give me a perspective that I don't look at. Almost always. Like, we grew up in the same house for 14 years, 15 years, some shit like that. We grew up in the same house together and we're completely different. The one thing that me and my brother got in common is like movie references. Me and my brother could do movie references all day, nigga, like all day. So I say all that to say, there's a lot of reasons on why we shouldn't talk regularly, or he shouldn't know what I got going on and I shouldn't know what he got going on, but that don't stop us. That don't stop me. I reach out, he reach out, we talk, me and my brother talk, if not every day, every other day. So I know what he got going on. I know what he battling right now. He know what I got going on. He know what I'm battling right now. But let's say for some reason that me and my brother, our mental health was fucked up. I don't think I'd be able to live with my brother doing something traumatic, if you catch what I'm doing. And then he does something traumatic and now I'm like, damn, I didn't even know what he was going through. Or I don't even know the root cause of this. I have no idea why this happened. Like, that would eat somebody up. Oh, this is a big thing though. Let me backtrack a little bit. When me and my brother lived in the same house for 14 years, and I swear to God, in those 14 years, not one time were we vulnerable with each other, like emotionally. Like, yeah, I mean, other vulnerabilities, yeah, of course, but we were never, we didn't grow up like talking to each other about our feelings. We really didn't even grow up knowing how to understand our emotions. We fought, we hated each other until he moved out. And when he moved out, like, I was sick. I was sick like them hoes. I missed my brother being in the house. But it allowed our relationship to evolve. It allowed us to have different conversations. Like, All right, bitch, you're not in my face getting on my nerves no more. Like, bro, my brother used to do this shit where he'd play his fucking drum pad in the living room while people trying to chill. Motherfucker just going hard for hours on end. Bro, take that shit outside or in your room. Get that. Why in the living room? Why? So we would clash behind shit like that. Like, even the day my brother left, we had an argument. And I remember him saying, like, damn, I'm about to go away for 6 years, and this is how you want to end off. And I'm fucked up. I was like, fuck that. I don't care. At the time, because I didn't. I didn't realize, damn, I'm going to actually miss him being this close. Still now to this day, we live about a 2.5, 3 hour plane ride from each other. Man, I wish I could just hop in my car and go slide by my brother's house. Or he could come over and have dinner with his kids and my kids and, But when he left the house, that allowed us to grow individually and together. That allowed us to grow. It allowed us to not have to talk about the things that don't matter as much. Nigga, I eat the rest of the leftovers. We talk about shit like that. Or him. But when he left and we became men, it's like, okay, iron sharpens iron, just as one man should sharpen another. So we were able to change the dynamic of our relationship to where we can feed off of each other. And, and I respect my brother to the fullest for this, but because I'm younger than him, that doesn't mean that he feels like the advice I give him, he shouldn't listen to, because like he younger than me. Reek younger than me. Why I gotta listen to him? What the fuck does he know? We just give each other different perspectives. I'm not saying I give him advice and he just follows the advice to the T, but it just allows him to make a better decision. When you give somebody advice, the point of the advice is not for them to follow what you're saying to the T. The point of the advice is for them to add that to what they know already, and now they're able to make a better decision moving forward. Shit. So, I say all that to say, you gotta be vulnerable with somebody. You're gonna blow up eventually if you don't get vulnerable with somebody. And men are so quick to be like, man, fuck that, nigga. I'm not feeling that. I'm not going for that. Like, I don't even want to deal with that. But you're going to have to deal with it someday. And if you don't deal with it and you just kind of keep sweeping it under the rug, eventually it's going to come back and bite you in the ass or cause you some issues that you didn't even realize. Like, it's that shit that you should have worked on as like a young adult. Then you let it just grow and grow and grow, and it's gonna feed down to your kids or how you are with your kids. For example, I have 2 boys, a 7-year-old and a 3-year-old. How am I gonna teach my boys how to deal with their emotions if I don't know how to deal with my emotions myself? The point of us having kids is that we want our kids to be better than us, just like our parents wanted us to be better than them. Most of us. So sometimes you got to take a different approach to get different results. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I've mentioned this before. Like, I really hold this quote near and dear to me. Albert Einstein says the definition of it, I think it was Albert Einstein. The definition of insanity is to do the same thing over and over and expect different results. How you going to get different results from doing the same thing? Excuse me. So, man, I don't know. I feel like as a family, granted, me personally, a lot of people on social media be like, fuck that, family is normal people. Like, I'll cut family off. I do. And I understand it. And I do agree to that to a certain extent. But my leeway as far as what I'm going to allow with my family is different versus an associate. I'm not even going to say a friend. Because, like, my friends, I hold them to family standards. And I ain't got that many friends. I got buku associates. But my associates, I don't give them advice. I don't try to tell them how to live their life or try to dictate that shit. Because, granted, I don't give a fuck. At the end of the day, it don't affect me. If somebody comes to me and asks me for some advice, then yeah, I'm gonna give them the advice. I'm gonna help them if they come and ask for help. But I'm not about to just voluntarily go and try to tell somebody, hey, no, I don't think you should do that like that. Let's try this. I think you should try it this way. I think it'll give you better results. It'll give better results for what I think would be the right thing, but maybe not better results for what you're gonna think. I say all that to say, be vulnerable with people. That don't make you look bad. It don't make you look bad to try and get shit out and try and resolve shit. Like I got that bad. One of my biggest things is like, bro, I hate feeling like a bother. And I feel like if I ask somebody for something and they try to push it later or push it to a different time, I feel like I'm bothering them and they're just doing it for the sake of trying to accommodate me. And I'm talking about family. I ain't talking about like services and shit that I pay for, like a barber or some shit like that. Nah, I'm talking about like family. Like, I feel like if somebody want to do something, they're going to do it. Or they'll make time for it, or they'll accommodate you in the moment. But I feel like if somebody tries to put you off, I feel like at that point you are bothering them, or that's how I feel. I'm not saying it's right. In no way, shape, or form is it right, but that's just how I am. Through my experiences, I have a tendency to feel like I'm bothering motherfuckers, and I don't want to. I hate feeling like a bother to people. Before I feel like a bother to you, and I do this bad. Before I feel like a bother to you, I'm gonna just go the easier route, or maybe the lesser route. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just gonna wait for you to, come around or be ready. Nah, bro, I handle it myself. I'll just go pay my service, or I'll go deal with somebody else. Like, I'm only gonna ask somebody for something one time. If I discuss something with you one time and I feel like your vibe is off or your energy is off or you not really fucking with that, I'm out the door and I will never ask again. Never. Like, I'll just deal with that. And I ain't gonna lie to y'all, man. A lot of times people will come back to me and be like, no, like, it wasn't an inconvenience. It wasn't none of that. It wasn't an inconvenience. It wasn't none of that. It was, I told you I would do X, 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 Y, and Z. But me, I'd be like, nah, like, I'm not about to bother you. I felt like I was bothering you. And I ain't even going to speak on it. Generally, I'm not going to speak on it. I'm going to just let it be what it is, and I'm going to move forward. What that looks like for you, I don't know. I might not ever fuck with you again. Like, I'm gonna stand 10 toes on the fact that I'm not bothering nobody. Like, I'm not trying to bother nobody. It's no pressure behind nothing. I swear to God, if I'm lying, God strike me dead. Unless it's my kids, my mama, my bitch, some shit like that. And when I say my bitch, I mean like my old lady for real. Like, I'm in a relationship. Man, I'm 10 toes behind that, and bitch, I'm diving in there, and I'm gonna see about whatever it is, and whoever, I'm on all of that. Some regular shit, it's no pressure behind none of that. Nothing. There's no pressure, baby. I just feel like, man, it's no reason that you should have to run the social media. It's no reason that you should have to run the social media to express how you feel about something to somebody. If you're going to deal with somebody, deal with that person for real. Deal with them all the way. Be vulnerable with that person, whether it's your partner, your brother, sister, mama, daddy, uncle, old lady, old man, husband, wife, whatever. Be vulnerable with that person. Because going out and be vulnerable, if I'm vulnerable with somebody and they take advantage of that don't reflect on me. That doesn't reflect on, I'm going to say it again. I don't think y'all heard me. If I go out and I be vulnerable with someone and they take advantage of that vulnerability, that's not my fuck up. Even if I allowed them to be in that position to fuck up that vulnerability. There's a saying, bro, when you know better, you do better. Somebody only got one time to make me feel like they taking advantage of my vulnerability. I got set people that I'm vulnerable with. And I've been vulnerable with them for years. And thus far, Knock on wood. Thus far, they haven't taken advantage of me. One of them is my brother, honestly, my brother. The other person is my therapist. My therapist don't know nobody that I know. He's completely objective. He can listen to what the fuck I got going on and tell me the reality of it. He has nothing invested in what I got going on besides the fact that I pay him to listen to my problems. Nothing else invested. He don't know my kids. He don't know my mama, brother, family, nothing. He don't know none of that. I'm vulnerable with him. I feel comfortable being vulnerable with him. Be vulnerable with somebody, man. Be vulnerable with somebody before it's too late. If there's any advice I could give y'all, just be vulnerable with people until it's too late. And before you allow somebody to feel like you're talking too much or bitching or that, so be it. Who cares? Who give a fuck? Do what you gotta do for you. Because at the end of the day, there's battles that no matter how much people would love to help you with and carry you through, they can't. It's not that they don't want to. They can't. You can explain to somebody till you're blue in the face why you feel the way that you feel about something, a certain situation. That doesn't mean they're gonna understand it. And 9 times out of 10, they probably still won't look at it the way that you do. You know? Man, I'm back, bro. I'm back. Doing this again, I really enjoyed it. I'm enjoying talking to y'all. You know, I had to get my head together. I had to shake back. I had some shit going on. And I had to, I wanted to come back. And I wanted to come back right. Y'all can't see it, but, man, I done put a sofa in here. And if y'all know, the sofa mean that I don't know if it's going to be my next episode. But in the next 2-3 episodes, I'm going to start having guests on my show. I'm going to start having conversations. We're going to vibe. We're going to get it out. We're going to drink. We're going to sip. We're going to talk. We're going to laugh. We're going to joke. We're going to get mad, cry, whatever they feel like they got to do. But we're going to get it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck how nobody feel about none of that. I don't care about people feeling like you. I don't want to say the P word, but I don't care about people feeling like you soft for talking about how you feel. I get up with me in real life. Show me I'm soft. Simple and plain, man. Let's end this show out. We're gonna kill our cups. You know I got a saying. If a river was liquor and I was a duck, I would swim my way down and drink my way up. But a river ain't liquor and I ain't no motherfucking duck. So let's take these shots and get fucked up. Cheers, babe. Come on, man. Y'all know what time it is. Thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of Reek's Poor Judgment. Be vulnerable, man. Be vulnerable, and I'm going to catch y'all in the next episode. I'm out.